Good morning, students. In last class we have done about hybridization. Hybridization part almost complete. You have got three types of hybridization which are said to be sp3, sp2 and sp hybridization. And these three hybridizations are required for class 11. When one s orbital mixed with 3p orbital, then that type of hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. When one s orbital mixed with another 2p orbital, then it is said to be sp2. And when one s orbital mixed with 1p orbital, then that type of mixing or hybridization is called sp hybridization. Now, when some atom undergo sp3 hybridization, then the shape of the compound you will get as tetrahedral with bond angle 109.5 degree. If the hybridization undergo sp2, shape will be triangular with angle 120 degree, and if a molecule undergo sp hybridization, then the shape of the molecule will be linear with angle 180 degree. Now, depending on the type of hybridization, whether it undergo sp3, sp2 or sp, you will get the corresponding bond length, you will get the bond energy, you will get some properties of the bond. So before doing that, I want to tell you something. In case of sp3 hybridization, one s orbital is mixed with 3p orbital. As you know, p orbital is dumbbell shape. They mix like this. And in case of sp, 1s is mixed with 1p like this. So this is s, this is p, these are p. Now here 1s, 1p, here 50% you will get s and 50% you will get p character, because 1s, 1p equal amount of s and p, that's why 50%, 50%, 50% s character, 50% p character you will get. But in case of, sorry, this is s, but in case of sp3, 1s, 3p, that means here p character you will get 75%, s character you will get only 25%. Here s character is less, and depending on that, when they mix, after mixing, what will be the shape of the hybrid orbital? Here 1s totally mixed with 1p, and that is why the shape of the orbital is like this. The loop is very large, because 1s, one sphere is completely entered inside this p, that's why the loop is very large. But in case of this, 1s mixed with 3p, so some percentage of s mixed with this one, some percentage of s mixed with this, some percentage of s mixed with this. That is why here loop is not so much large, but it is longer. This is shorter, this is longer, and based on that you will get the length of the bond, you will get the energy of the bond. See, if the sp3 shape is like this, this is your sp3 hybrid orbital and this is your sp hybrid orbital. What I want to tell you, suppose this is one sp3 and this is one sp3, they overlap like this, and here you will get a sigma bond. When you get the bond, you see the length of the bond. This is your nucleus, this is your nucleus. Length of the bond will be this much. Similarly, when one sp orbital, sp hybrid orbital, this is one sp, this is one sp. When they mix up, here also you will get sigma bond, and the length of the sigma bond you will get shorter, because the nucleus is closer due to larger, due to bigger shape of this hybrid orbital. So that is why, based on the hybridization, whether the molecule undergo sp3 or sp hybridization, based on the overlap, based on the type of hybrid orbital, you will get the length of the bond. So if a bond is formed between sp overlap, that type of bond always have shorter length. If one overlap takes place between sp3, that type of bond will be longer one, higher length one. So that is why the length of a bond, if you want to measure whether it is longer or shorter, it depends on the type of hybridization. So today we will study about some properties of bonds. So today we will do some properties of bond. Properties of bond means every bond have a definite length, every bond contains some angle between two bonds, every bond have some energy which is called bond energy. So this bond length, bond energy, bond angle, these are called the properties of a bond. So number one, about bond length. If you want to define bond length, what is bond length? Bond length means nothing. It is the internuclear distance between two atoms. I mean, from this nucleus to that nucleus, what is the length? That length is said to be bond length. And these bond lengths are very, very small. That's why bond lengths are always measured in nanometer or picometer in unit. So what is bond length? If you want to write the definition, the equilibrium distance between the center of nucleus means it is the plural form of nucleus, center of nucleus of two bonded atoms in a molecule. Like this way you can write the definition: the equilibrium distance between the center of nuclei of two bonded atoms in a molecule. Now what are the factors depending on this bond length? I mean, when the bond length will be longer, when the bond length will be shorter. This longer shorter depends on what factors? Number one, size of atom. The length of the bond mainly depends on the size of atom. See, suppose these two are hydrogen atom. As you know, hydrogen is very smaller in size. This is your nucleus, this is your nucleus. The length of the bond will be this much. But if you take chlorine molecule, chlorine is larger than hydrogen. So the bond length will be like this, internuclear distance. So if the atom is large, the length of the bond will be larger. If the atom is smaller, the length of the bond will be shorter. And that is why the bond length depends mainly on the size of the atom. If you consider HF molecule, HCl molecule, HBr molecule, HI molecule, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide. If you consider these four molecules, all contain hydrogen and some halogens are present: fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Which one have the largest size among the halogens? You know, iodine has the largest size, and due to large size of iodine, the bond present between hydrogen and iodine is the longest one, then HBr, then HCl, then HF. So the length of the bond depends on the size of the atom. Iodine is larger in size, that's why the bond between hydrogen and iodine is the longest one as compared to others. Number two, it depends on multiplicity of the bond. Multiplicity of the bond means, suppose carbon-carbon triple bond is present, carbon-carbon double bond is present, carbon-carbon single bond is present. This is called multiplicity of the bond. As the bond multiplicity increases, the length of the bond decreases. Single bond always longer length, then double, then triple. Why? Because you know, in triple bond there are two pi bonds, and pi bonds undergo sidewise overlap, and when sidewise overlap takes place, then the length of the bond will be shorter. That is why single bond is always longer due to head-on overlap, then double bond, then triple bond. I mean, as the bond multiplicity increases, length decreases. And number three, it depends on hybridization also. As I have already told you, suppose this is one carbon hydrogen bond, this is another carbon hydrogen bond, this is another carbon hydrogen bond. This suppose it is triple bond, here inside carbon double bond is present, here single bond is present. You look the carbon hydrogen bond, although all are carbon hydrogen bond, but their lengths are different. Why? Because this carbon is sp hybridized, this carbon is sp2 hybridized, this carbon is sp3 hybridized due to presence of single bond. and due to sp3 hybridization the length of the bond will be longer than sp2 than sp. Since the carbon is sp, so that's why sp is like this now, so it overlap with s like this, ultimately the length of the bond will be shorter. So based on hybridization you can find out the length of the bond. Thank you.